Hey folks, this is Babbage-Nator. We're in the long dark. We are trying to pull off something really, really not fun. We are at the tail end of probably an ill-fated attempt to roll with it. Everything looks good, right? But there's a critical problem, and that is that we have no matches and no flares. So we cannot... Yeah, we have some lamp oil. We can't get a lantern through tunnels, so that is a thing we can do, but we have no matches. And now we have cabin fever too. So we also have no bedroll. So we have cabin fever.
Man, this pack is getting kind of heavy.
I'm gonna run out of water too. So we're on misanthropes. We leave on day 11, which is coming soon.
I wonder if I can drop any of this gear.
We already checked that hut. There's a wolf way out there. We're going to go to the car. Try the car.
I can barely walk with this much gear.
It's day 11. Time to leave. We have not solved the thing. What a mess. Okay, I think we should be able to find a flare in the tunnel. Okay, how long are we going to get here? Let's find out. E4. Seriously, 4? We got a 4. Day 11. CRH. CRH. 004. Leave day 15. It's going to feel like a long time to get to 15. Meantime, we have to dodge wolves just to get to safety. Get up there. Okay. Got trouble. Okay, may have worked. Would have been nice to have checked the basement, but no luck. Being too close to the wolves there. Then we'll try the cave. I think there are actually matches in the other cave. We can get to the other cave. We're just too heavy right now. Yeah, there's nothing here. Okay. Built. Okay. Let's see what we can get. Hopefully some flares. Maybe some matches. Given the lack of fuel, we will not pick up a bunch of coal. We'll just focus on getting through quickly. Come on, flares. Still no flares. Our first pry bar. flare. Can we get at least lamp oil? That would be useful. Ooh, this is looking bad.
Nobody needs this anymore.
Actually, we might have to use that. No flares. We have completely struck out. See how far we can get.
This pack is getting kind of heavy.
Yeah. Not looking good.
The sun is setting. It's gonna get a lot colder soon.
Oh, we lucked out. We got an aurora.
trees? Because I'm gonna.
Made it to morning.
Thank goodness. Made it through another night.
Cool. We survived our first night. Crumbling highway. No fire. Sleeping in our snow shelter. Talk about surviving against the odds here. Okay, things get a little dicey going forward, though, because we will not have a new water. They have to get those matches. Uh-oh. Hey, E.G., good to see you. Thanks for the hydrate. Big stretch. And Baba. Blah, blah, blah. So, somehow Astrid has survived our entry into Crumbling Highway. So, if you recall where we last left off in Coastal Highway, we were on the verge of exiting. We were on day 10, about to be day 11, and we leave on day 11. So, we left day 11 from Coastal Highway with no bedroll, no matches, no hammer, and just a little bit of fuel in our lantern. So we snuck out of Coastal Highway. We did not run into the bear. We made it into Crumbling Highway. We almost immediately ran into some wolves that were howling, and one of them picked up our trail, and we had to take some evasive action. Despite the fact that we were a little bit heavy, we managed to evade the wolf. We took a strange path, and the wolf did not completely follow us. And we were able to get, they were able to check the cave, the cave closest to the exit. Or how can I phrase this? The cave that is closest to the connector to Desolation Point. That had nothing in it. One piece of firewood. Nothing. No flare. No matches. Then we went to the connector, and before we went through the connector, the weather was nice. So we actually built ourselves a snow shelter without a fire, and took advantage of the warmth at the end of the day, just before things got colder. And then we used our lantern and we explored the entirety of the cave. We had to run back at the end of our exploration because we were almost out of fuel. That entire exploration of the connector mine was a dud. We got the pry bar, but we found no flares and no matches. And there was no point in gathering coal since we still have no means of starting a fire. So that leaves us right now with our last bet. Oh, and we rolled a 4, so we're staying here for 4 days. So we are almost out of water. We have almost no lamp fuel left. So even if we want to leave, we'll end up leaving in the darkness. We won't be able to make it all the way through unless we can find matches. And the one set of matches that I'm pretty confident we can find here will be in the cave at the arch. So hopefully the matches are at the cave at the arch. But there are wolves patrolling. So we don't know. We don't know how that's going to play out. But we do know we have the problem of we don't have any more water. Tiny bit of water. A little bit of tea. Now we're out of water. So we have to find... We really desperately need to find the... This one started? No. Has this one been started? No. This one been started? No. I'm going to drop these. This one. Let's try to get our weight down a little bit. The potato we can't cook. Okay. I'm going to repair this. But we made it through the night sleeping in our snow shelter despite the fact we had no fire. Oh, and we also had cabin fever when we left. So yeah, we cured our cabin fever, but we're out of water, and we need to get those matches. So there's also a chance we could get something useful beachcombing, but don't know. Right now we really need a flare or matches. Another strikeout. Okay. So yeah, this run could be over, but we're beating the odds so far. There's the arch over there. Let's see if we can get to the arch. Yeah. Well, even if we had a torch, it would be useless now. Get our feathers. Oh, we forgot to drop our saplings. So we still don't have a bedroll, so we have to use the snow shelter. Okay, let there be matches in here. Yeah, I don't know. I think we would have frozen to death in Mystery Lake. I mean, in the ravine. I've tried to do that before without a fire, and it does not go well. So We have struck up. There are no matches here. Usually there's matches, but not always. So now we are officially screwed. I don't think we will survive 3 more days here. Do we wait it out in here? See if the wind dies down. At least we won't take any extra damage that way. It's very gusty. I don't think we'll get much out of it. We could try. Oh, we could also try Katie's secluded corner and see if there's anything up there. Alright, now beach coping's looking pretty dead. What do we got here? Painkillers. More painkillers. More trouble. Oh, we won't have Katie's secluded corner. We're not in Desolation Point yet. So we are literally out of luck here. We got to make it back to our, I don't know. Without fire, we can't boil any new water. We got a little bit of tea left, and that's about it. The end is coming, folks. The end is coming. There's a couple other places we'd like to check, but it's kind of a catch-22. I want to go and try the basement. There's a good chance I'll bump into a wolf that's patrolling there right now. And there's no guarantee that there'll be a flare inside. Okay, let's stay in here.
Careful you drop any of this gear.
Okay, Thirst is going to come for us tonight. Not much we can do.
I'm not sure I can carry much more.
Might freeze to death in here. Oh, the storm passed.
I'd eat snow if the hypothermia wouldn't kill me. I could eat a horse. That's saying a lot, because I love horses. Looks like a new day is dawning. Can you eat
Okay.
trees? Because I'm gonna eat a tree.
Gotta avoid complete dehydration. Food-wise, we can survive. It's the water that's the problem.
I need something to eat.
I can't believe there was not a single flare in there. It's still pretty cold. Okay, we're going to try to work backwards to the basement and see if we can
Kind of heavy.
get lucky. Could try beachcombing again, but not a whole holding my breath.
Need water.
If we're lucky, we might get some soda in the basement. Yeah, it's a little bit of a uncertain trick. Let's see if it will work. I hear the wolf. But we snuck in here, so let's see. Can we get fuel? Can we get matches? What can we get? That's another spray paint. Wow. The cupboard is bare. There's like nothing here.
Well, this stuff will come in handy.
Socks. Yeah, that's how I feel. One stuff at it. Nothing. Nothing. Come on. Matches, please. No
Not sure I can
matches.
carry much more.
I think we are officially out of options. Day 12. Yeah, we're not going to make it. Dehydration will kill us. Thirst will kill us. I guess it's back to beach coming. Rabbit. Try beach coming on this side. What are we going at here? That's a no. Hey, Bada Weave. Badass Weave. Welcome in, Weevil. Let's give you a shout out here. You're coming just in time to watch the end of this run. We are dying slowly due to the fact that we are currently sitting in coastal crumbling highway with no matches, no bedroll, and no water. At this point, and no flares. So we are just hoping we can find some flares beachcombing because we are out of options. No matches spawned in. Oh. Can't do it. That one's a trap. It's not flare, so not worried about it. Yeah, it's no, we checked every single cave and nook and cranny and place where things spawn. We have completely struck out. Okay, clearly we're too heavy here. Oh, we don't need to carry two of these. Oh. Okay, now we're really dead. Now we're really dead. It's pretty much game over at this point. The death warrant has been signed. Yeah, we are going to start dropping quickly. There's nothing we can do about it because we can't warm up. Best thing we could do is get back to the connector mine and like completely undress and wait. But then we're just going to like die from thirst, and we can avoid starvation, but we'll die from thirst. Dehydration will get us. We were so desperate to find a flare or matches anywhere that we were willing to step out into unsafe ice to do it, and that is the consequence. Ooh. So tonight's stream may end a little bit early at the rate we're going. Yeah, we were thirsty, but we got nothing safe to drink out of falling into the lake. Okay. What's our best bet here?
I wonder if I can drop any of this gear.
We are completely frozen, solid. Something that's not. Who got socks on? There we go. I guess we could sleep. Might be our best bet here. Will we be warm enough? Maybe. Oh, and then comes the wind. Those are close. Frozen! Completely frozen.
I'm not sure I can carry much more.
Hypothermia. Stay above freezing for 21 hours. That is not going to happen. We will die before then. Yeah, we were just dying.
I just need to close my eyes.
Where are we at right now? We are on day 13. We made it halfway through. I don't think we're going to get out of here. Still frozen solid, only 2% frozen though. Getting close to it. Can we survive for another 2 hours? Nope. Or hydrated at least.
This pack is getting kind of heavy.
Oh, the new problem is that they're wet. Frozen still. Yeah, we're not going to make it, but we're going to try.
Lay down and have a little sleep right here.
Nice try, Astrid. Not going to make it. Cheers, Astrid. Wow, we came back. We came back. We don't have much left in the gas tank. Like I said, we are out of water, and All we have is things that make us thirsty. Can we sleep
I would do
for
anything for a drink right now.
2 more hours? Still useless. Still useless. Still frozen. I think what we do, hop over here. Everything that's wet or frozen, we are going to drop on the ground. Because they're not drying while we're inside the thing.
I'm so tired I could lay down right here.
We're fighting with everything we got, even though we got nothing. Uh-oh. It's getting colder. No. It's now officially -4. It is too cold to stay. Everything is still... Oh, wait a sec. What do we got? Festive sweater.
So tired.
Some things are thawing out. Oh, but now we're back into dying territory.
I'll die if I don't drink.
Okay. This could be it. Yeah, I don't think we're going to beat hypothermia, folks. I think it's really, really bad. Oh, we're going to die in here. We're going to die out there. Let's see if we got any more clothing that's been... We can get enough clothes. Okay, we're in a much better place now. But dehydration will probably kill us now.
I am too tired to think straight.
Okay, we're gonna go out. This is it. I don't think we come back from this one. Oh, it was a valiant effort. No, it was raw luck. It was really bad luck. To one, we misstriked. We only had one pack of matches, and we misstriked like right at the end of our time in Coastal Highway and lost our last two matches when we still had like 3 days left, and so it then kind of triggered this cascading error where we were in a world of hurt trying to survive with no matches and no bedroll. Yeah, so no matches, no bedroll, and then on the last day we got cabin fever, and so that was even worse. But going into Crumbling Highway, it was if we hadn't rolled a 4, like we survived 2 days, almost 3 days. If we had been able to roll, if we had rolled like a 1 or a 2, we would have been in and out of Crumbling Highway into Desolation Point, and there would have been a lot more matches and a lot more torches and flares and just more things that would have allowed us. And there were multiple places where we could have found, hopefully, a bedroll. So we gambled and we failed. So that was it. So, anyways, it's pretty close to my usual wrap up time. I know we started a little bit late tonight, so it's not a particularly long stream. I kind of had a feeling that it would end like this, so I just didn't know how many days I could squeeze out of this run. So we did better than expected. We got about 2.5 days? 2.5 days out of a run that I thought would be doomed, like in the first day into to Crumbling Highway. I thought I would die from wolf attack on my way in, but we managed to avoid the wolves there. So we are actually not bad. But yeah, one mistake. Just like not thinking about how few matches I had left and holding a torch out and then misclicking and then just losing that one match and then having to use a torch and then losing that torch in a windstorm. Just like all round bad news. So, yeah. So, next time, probably it's tomorrow night, we will start a brand new run and we will see how Roll With It goes again. Yeah. I'm still up for it. I'm still up for another attempt. But it's going to be attempt to number 11. Last time we beat this challenge, it took us 30 attempts. So hopefully we can do it faster than 30 attempts and better than 303 days. Oh, what time will I be starting? I try to start about 8:30 Eastern time. It depends somewhat on like how much time it. Sunday nights, I often spend some time cooking and doing some meal prep for the coming week, and so it depends on what I've chosen to make and how long it takes to prep it. Some Sundays I end up spending more, and then I'm not certain. If there's a demand for streaming on Sunday, it's Father's Day, so a lot of people will probably be busy with family stuff. But I'm away from home, and my father's no longer with us. Passed away a number of years ago, so Yeah, I don't have any big plans. Well, probably stream. We'll see. Okay, so before we wrap up, let's do one last thing. Let's read a poem, and let's see what do we want to read tonight. Do wow, we really want to read 44. Well, it's kind of fitting, I guess. About fathers and sons, so Father's Day, I guess. This is part of a series of poems that I started writing about birthdays. I have a complicated relationship with my birthday. It's my birthday, but it's also like so on. My father passed away on my birthday from ALS, from complications from ALS, and so um, for me, my birthday is simultaneously a celebration, but it's also a celebration of me still kicking around doing stuff, but it's also a reflection, a lot of introspection and thinking about where I am in my life. Um, and thinking about, my father and the life that he lived and the legacy and the things that I carry on from him. So, so I started writing some birthday poems. I think I will write more birthday poems and try to fill in some gaps as well. But this one's called 44. Halfway to wherever I am bound, I find myself lost in a dark wood, the path through gone, and no guide before me. The earth beneath me, a shifting sea of leaves churning in the wind. And my coat, not quite heavy enough for the chill, still smelling faintly of the one who wore it last, years before we laid him to rest, before his things became mine. A gift I had not asked for, though it fell on the anniversary of my birth, and now every year, like this one, I look forward and back, and see my unfolding days through the lens of my father's past. It's not exactly grief, but somehow still akin to sorrow, the echo of loss. In another language, this year sounds unfortunate to the ear, the doubling of death and dying, a mirror that sits midway through a life, or perhaps a labyrinth, where one might stand at a juncture, in one hand a torch, in the other a wadded paper ball filled with unspoken names, how it trails behind, unfolding itself into a ribbon that rises into the darkness, binding itself to something I cannot see. So a little behind the poem here. So there's a number of things. I've been finding that a number of these poems end up. This is poems that will probably be in my third manuscript. Have a lot of references to Dante's Inferno and the very start, the opening passages of that, where Dante describes himself lost in a dark wood, with the path forward, the straight path through. What does he say? He says, midway through life's journey, I found myself in a dark wood, the straight path lost, or the straight path, the path through no longer clear. Various interpretations of that. Even that idea of midway through life's journey, is he talking metaphorically about his entire life? Is he just talking about himself on a journey? And somewhere in that journey he gets lost in this wood. So, anyways, the opening of this is a nod to Dante's Inferno, which is kind of the quintessential. It's both about you know, he's going to go and find himself touring through the circles of hell, but it is also about, it's kind of a midlife crisis poem in a way. Um, and so at least it starts off with that. The and then there's a the other reference here, I told you already about how it refers to sort of the strange sort of coincidence of my father's death falling on my birthday. So it is kind of this looking forward, looking back thing. The 44 here references the fact that in Chinese, the number 4 sounds very similar to the word for death. And so it is the doubling of it, 44, sounds especially unfortunate. Um, and so, yeah, so that's kind of that reference there. And then it kind of makes reference to, sort of the labyrinth and the Minotaur. And I think it's Perseus through the labyrinth using a torch and a skein of thread or wool like he uses to navigate through. In this case, it's a wad of paper that unravels into like strands of names, a ribbon that rises in the darkness. Yeah. So this is how you find your way out of grief. Is following this ribbon of names. Anyways, so that was from a few years back, and it was published in Hyphen back in 2022. Even then, that was a few years after I wrote it. So that is 44. Okay, so let's go and find someone to raid. Do that. Okay, so who do we have on tonight? See, there's not that many people on. Bloody Cactus is on. Let's go support Bloody Cactus. Hopeless Rescue Challenge. Okay. Okay, so we'll be back again tomorrow night, probably around 8:30 Eastern. Thank you all for hanging out with me tonight. We will be, I hope you have a very happy Father's Day if you do something for Father's Day. Otherwise, come hang out with me. Take care, and we'll see you on the other side of this raid. Thank you all. The raid starts.